Hello and welcome to Salty Gamer Man Boy. I'm going to show you today how to build some simple forts basically for Fortnite so you don't look like a total noob when you start playing. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I'm using the platform for building your home base at Challenge the Horde, and this is a good area for you to learn how to build and also defend for your own home base as well. So anyway, I'm a tier 3, so I'm going to have more advanced materials, but don't worry, keep playing, you'll get there. Just be patient. This is a patient game.
Level up your building plot and inventory. As you continue to challenge the horde, your inventory and building plot size will increase.
Okay, so she's going to be interrupting a little bit every time. So what I need you to do is not be a low level like beginner, like, hey, I don't know what it is, I need you, if you are one of those, hey, that's fine. We all got to start somewhere, but this is going to be for a little bit more advanced people who know how to make different shapes and things like that. So practice that, and then come back to the video and everything will make a little bit more sense. But for time purposes, we're going to go ahead and fly right on through. So I'm going to assume that you know how to make simple designs and channel through them. Okay, so we're going to use the pyramid, and there are two different ways you can do this. You can go through and you can edit while you're building, you can go up here, bam, or you can lay down the simple designs first and then build it afterwards. So what I'm doing here is just going to make a square around your atlas. We're going to call that an atlas. Okay, so all I've done was just take that one design right there and just encircle the whole thing. Now I'm going to come through here in my editing. I'm going to make that. Okay, so you saw what I did? Well, we'll get back to it. This is a corner piece. It's really simple. All you got to do is raise one square. Okay, now for the middle one, you want to raise those two squares to get that slant. You can do this. Watch. Some people do this. It's fine. You can do that on 4 sides. You can go around to all 4 sides and you can do that if you want. Just put stairs, whatever. Okay. And all I'm doing is just raising, the center pieces like that right there, just the center ones, all the ones that are in the center. And it gives you an outline of what it looks like before, so that way you can, build according to how your style is. Okay. So here is another conundrum that most people run into, and that's whether or not to put a top on or not to make it look like a full pyramid. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you why. Okay, why I don't do it, why I don't prefer to do it. Okay, so you got your basic pyramid. This is your basic pyramid with a top. Okay, if you didn't have anything underneath that, zombies come in, bam. If you didn't even, most people don't even put that center in there, but they don't even put that in there before they put the top on top of it. I put this because you can put a trap on top of that, and that's going to be more effective than it looking good. Some people are building because they want to just like, oh, I want it to look perfect, I want it to look good. With this design, you can't really put too many traps on it. That's why a lot of, I use every bit of space I can. If I can, I can't put any traps on the corners. I can't put any, this is right here. You can put some on the ground, like on the side, and that's it. So I like to utilize my space and put as many traps everywhere I can to protect it, because I know I'm not going to be at that area at all times. Now what I'll do is, for the top here, I'm going to make a fence. Now you can make a like a half wall. I mean, some people make half walls. You know, that's fine too. You can make a half wall if you want. I just like fences because some of the characters I use can't jump high, and ninjas are the only ones that can double jump. So that's that's the only reason I do that.
As you continue to challenge the horde, your inventory and building block size will increase.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here too is put a fence around the bottom. That's just adding more spaces. That I can add traps to. Okay, so that's basically a good pyramid design right there. You can put wall spikes or dynamos. I'm really preferring the wall spikes over the dynamos, because the dynamos have to have a recharging period. So I just, I stop every now and again I'll use the dynamos, but that's only because, like, I don't know, I was so broken, like, when every time I would come back to the fort, my dynamos would be destroyed. My wall spikes would still stay, would still be there. The dynamos, gone. That's only I mean, they're good, but when you have to recharge them, then that's that's a different story. So, and you can also add wall spikes up here too. See, I don't like that because I'm barely getting any kind of materials to use. Okay, where's my dynamos at here? There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, if you also want more traps down here too, all you got to do is just add a floor to it in front of it. We'll go ahead and print some off just to get a little bit of an idea. Now, when you level up in your skills, you're going to be able to transform this material. This is a tier 1 material. You're going to be able to transform it into a tier 2 and a tier 3. That's all through your skill lines. You're going to be able to access all that through your skill lines. Okay, and what I'm talking about is, okay, this is level 1, basic stuff. Level 2 is like that. It's going to be a grayish color. And each one, your wood and your metal are going to be about the same way as well. And here's tier 3. It's going to look like super, like structurally sound. And it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to defend, because it's not going to be as flimsy as a tier 1, and lobbers won't be able to tear them down as quick. They shouldn't be, but that's just the game and the game designer for you. They need to nerf the female lobbers, but anyway, that's just me. That's what I think. Okay, so anyway, that is your pyramid design. We're going to go ahead and tear this down. I'm going to show you the inverted pyramid, or bird's nest. A lot of people like to build that one. They say it's really well against the what are they, smashers, because it's at a 45-degree angle. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with building the pyramid. We're gonna have
The way I see it, there's no such thing as a bad fort.
all four of them all around it. I mean, not all four of them. She's very distracting. Okay. So we did the same thing for the pyramid. We got all these pyramids around it, surrounding it. And we're going to do the opposite. Okay, instead of on the corner, you know how we just raised that one piece? We're not going to do that. We're going to do opposite of that. We're going to go around. Okay, we're going to go around here. We're going to lower that one. And the three that we didn't raise before, we're going to raise them and keep that one down. That way, see, it gives you that V shape corner. Okay, and then opposite for the centerpiece, we're going to do the outer one to give you that outer, like, you know, it's coming out instead of going in. Okay. So the 45-degree angles are supposed to stop the smashers, or at least slow them down a little faster, or a little more than just a flat wall, because they do like to ram and they like to charge, and the 45-degree angle is supposed to slow them, or slow them down from being able to ram or charge. So it kind of, like, when you get back and you look at it, it looks like a bowl or some kind of a bird nest or something. Like, I call it a bird nest sometimes. And for traps for this one, now what I like to do is I like to make a full wall in there. See? I make a full wall. Once you make that full wall, you can do a lot more stuff with that. You can add more traps to it. Okay, so you know that first one, most people don't put walls in there. They just leave it like this, and then they put a floor down here. Once they put that floor down, then they start laying down traps and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and print off some traps here. Okay, so we got traps here that we can lay down, and that's how they'll usually arm this type of fort. Also, too, I've seen them put things for the ceiling up there. Like, they'll put those out. Just get a good idea of some ceiling things once those print off. See, the reason I like to put walls in here, and we'll just go ahead and fill this in, and I'll show you why too while we're waiting for all that to print off. Because I don't like it open like that. You can just run right through, there's nothing really stopping you. You get one little hit here. You want them to stay a little while. You want them to, to be there and to stay. So that's what those walls do. Those walls prevent them from just being able to run right through unchecked, unchallenged. So the whole point is to either kill them or hurt them bad enough to where they're not as big of a threat when they get to you by that time, or to even get to the objective. That's why I put walls in there. Okay, and then also with this, the walls, you can put other traps on there too, like put a dynamo, so they get shocked twice, and then they get shocked up here, and then you can also lay down another floor trap right there too. And what I like to do is kind of like Christmas Day. You want to open up a present. Let them open up a present here. have a little wall punch. Make it a little bit hard for them to come in and just tear down that wall. You don't want them to, you want to slow them down as much as you can. You know, freeze them, you know. Freeze them, hit them with a wall trap, and then the ceiling will get them, zap them. If that doesn't kill them, and they're strong, they get through that, they got three more traps to go through. So that's what I do. I think outside the box. I try to think, you know, like what else can I do that's going to be effective to stop them and to win, you know. So okay, so that is your bird nest or inverted pyramid, which, you know, I like to call it the bird nest. But anyway, we're going to go through and I'm going to tear down all the angled walls. And yeah, I'll keep the ceilings because
The way I see it, there's no such thing as a bad fort.
we're going to have ceilings on this anyway.
Your trap-heavy open floor plans. Your considerate fort stocked up with healing pads. All good choices.
Okay, so in Challenge the Horde, they say the console side is the side that they don't really attack on. So what I like to do is put a set of stairs back here. That way, if your character can't double jump to get up on the top, you can always do that. And you can always design them to make them, instead of like really thick, fat stairs, you can make them skinny like this. And then just come up here, add a whole floor base, you know, second floor to this whole base here. And cover up your objective. And then, you know, you can get a little fancy with it too, like get into this design and open up that square, and then bam, it looks a little more pleasing to the eye. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna make like an overhang porch or something like that, and also, you know, cover these up here too. So this is your basic like box fort, you know, where you basically are getting it all boxed in. And what I like to do is I'll surround all the walls with these punches here. With, you know, to be honest too, with this design, I mean, there's a few times that I've lost, but I mean, with this design right here, you know, it's almost like a, you know, guaranteed win kind of, I think. You know, the other ones are a bit trickier because you have to watch and you have to keep eyes on everything at all times, you know. But this one right here it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, the only time that I really am worried is whenever a smash does come through, a smasher, and he can do some damage. You know, I try to focus on him and take him out as fast as possible because he can take these walls down. The smaller ones, like the husky husks, they can't really, I mean, they can do some damage, but not as much as the smasher. So, and then you can add like a second story up here too, if you want, you know. Be considerate. Put a, you know, couple of healing pads out there, like she says all the time. Be considerate and put some healing pads. You know, for Challenge the Horde, you know, I have a defender out here too. Defenders help out a lot. So, you know, you can have walls up here, you know, ready to defend. And then you can also put a roof up on there too as well. That's mainly what those pyramids are. It's kind of like a roof. You know, you want to watch out for lobbers and things like that. So this can kind of be like your little safe haven area. This also works in your, you know, your home base as well. So, you know, just have them all nice and positioned out and they're ready to go. Oh, let's see. There we go. We'll put those out there. But see, there you go. There's a couple of designs that'll help you get started, and you know, that way you don't look like a total noob when you're out there. You know, at least, you know, practice and try these out on your own. See if if it works for you. If it doesn't, then try something else. But anyway, this is just a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys and maybe share with you. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching the video, and this has been Salty Gamer Man Boy. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.